Question 1. Write your answer in simplest index form, A times A. To multiply terms with indices, we add the indices. I know those indices look invisible at the moment, but we can consider A to be A to the power of 1 and the other A to be A to the power of 1. And so if we're adding those indices, we'd get a final answer of A squared. Question 2. Write your answer in simplest index form, A squared times A to the power of 3. To multiply terms with indices, we add the indices. So A squared times A cubed is A to the 5. We added the 2 and the 3 together. Question 3. Write your answer in simplest index form, 5 squared times 5 to the power of 4. Now to multiply terms with indices, we add the indices. We've got to be a little bit careful here though. The 5 is actually acting as the base of each term. It's a bit like where the x would be or the a would be. So the 5 stays the same in the process. Don't be tempted to multiply the 5s together as well as adding the indices. We just follow the indices rule here. So we'll add the 2 and the 4 together and make 6. We must keep that 5 the same because it's acting as the base of the term. Question 4. Write your answer in simplest index form, m to the power of 5 divided by m squared. To divide terms with indices, we subtract the indices. So we're going to do 5 minus 2 for our final indice answer there and get m cubed. So we subtract the indices. Question 5. Write your answer in simplest index form, 4 to the power of 6 divided by 4 to the power of 4. To divide terms with indices, we subtract the indices. Here though, the 4 is acting as the base of each term. It's a bit like where the x would be or the y would be or whatever. And so the 4 stays the same in the process. Don't be tempted to do 4 divided by 4 as well. The 4 stays the same because we're working out this question using the indice rules there. And by subtracting the indices, we'll get the right answer if we keep that base 4 the same. So we get 4 squared there by going 6 minus 4 is 2 for the indice part and keeping the 4 the same. Question 6. write your answer in simplest index form. We have n cubed in brackets all to the power of 2, or n cubed squared. When a power is put to another power, we multiply the indices. So we're going to multiply 3 by 2 and make 6. And our final answer will be n to the power of 6. Question 7. Write your answer in simplest index form. 8 to the power of 4 all to the power of 2. When a power is put to another power, we multiply the indices. Here the 8 is acting as the base of the term, like where the x would be or the a would be, and so that 8 stays the same in this process. Got to be a little careful with that. So we'll do 4 times 2 makes 8 for the indice part, but we'll keep the bottom 8 the same as it was. We're just following the indice rules in this case. Question 8. Write your answer in simplest index form. We have a times a times a times b times b. Righty, to multiply terms with indices, we add the indices. Doesn't look like we've got any indices there, but there's invisible ones for each of all of these terms here. So the a section can be a to the power of 1 times a to the power of 1 times a to the power of 1. Now if we add the indices there, we get a cubed, or a to the power of 3 for that section. And then we get, for the b section, we can think of it as b to the 1 times b to the 1. If we added those two indices together, we would get b squared. So a to the 3, b squared for our final answer. The indice there is really how many of the letters are multiplying with themselves. Question 9. Write your answer in simplest index form. We have 7 to the power of 5 times 7 times 7 squared. Okay, to multiply terms with indices, we add the indices. 7 to the 5, we can consider 7 as being 7 to the 1 times 7 to the 2, or 7 squared there. Let's add the indices there. The 7 is acting as the base of each term there. It's like where the letter would be normally. So we have to keep that 7 the same in the process. Don't be tempted to multiply that as well as adding the indices. It doesn't work. We get 7 to the power of 8 altogether by adding the 5, the 1 and the 2 to make the 8. Question 10. Write your answer in simplest index form. We have 6a squared times 4a cubed. Okay, we can multiply the front numbers normally. 6 times 4 is 24. And then we can add the indices for the a section. A to the power of 5. So final answer, 24a to the power of 5.